It is my honor to welcome Cat Crigger, who is the Elder in Residence at U of T Scarborough, Mississauga campuses, as well as many other places. And he spoke at our teach-in last week, and he's very inspiring and wonderful. He's going to give us a few words of welcome. Thank you.
Sego, Chansei, Wayne Bojo, Makwagish got indigenous cause, she can do them. Kugan Dunjaba, Kugan Shnabe, and Dami Wakash condition cause. Ame Majata, Jawabita, Bang, gonna get going again, again go ba. Miguachat Stobini Que, Miwa Manado, Gisus Manado Nokmus, Miwa get you Gumi Mede Wabo, Miwi Shagana Shishu, Wangi. So I speak English, because it's a language we all share. It's a language we've been using today to share our thoughts and our wisdoms. I welcome everybody to this land, not because it's my responsibility to do so, because I happen to be the one standing here doing it right at the moment. So I recognize the land that we're on as recently under the care of the Mississaugas of the New Credit, but I also recognize the idea that this land has been under the care of countless tribes of people since the last ice walls moved back 13,000 years ago. We've walked this land. Now it's changed. There's so many more people here. There's so many more people that have come here. The word indigenous, somewhere I saw something about supporting indigenous rights in the crowd. I thought, great, because we are all indigenous to this land. Within the words that I said, and I don't speak Ojibwe very well, I'm actually Cayugan. That's a different group. Haudenosaunee, people of the Six Nations, people of the Longhouse. I'm also German English. So I have these different DNAs going on inside me, and I try to honor them all. And I recognize that there is, within those words, an obligation to walk in a good way. To walk, to recognize the sun for coming up this morning, showing us a path that we all need to walk. And that path is demonstrated by the sun each and every day. It says, walk in a good way, shed light, bring life to everything around you, sustain life around you, make that warmth come out the way it should and the way we walk. That's a wonderful thing. I recognize the moon for doing that symbiotic dance with the sun. Each and every day they dance together and they shed the light at night. Anybody that saw the moon last night would have saw that beautiful crescent, that really beautiful crescent. They have been doing that since long before we came here. They've been exemplifying that path that we should walk through life. This world that we stand on, the dish with one spoon I heard mentioned, the idea that we share everything that's here that's so critical. And if anybody happens to say, oh, it's cold right now, you should be happy it is, because part of the thing we're worried about is climate change, about warming this planet up too much. So I'm really happy that it's the temperature it is. I love it. There's more to being people on this planet sometimes than we allude to or that we're taught. One of our old teachings, one of our old tribal teachings talks about how this place came to be. There's no linear timeline, it's almost a continuous circle. It talks about the mineral world being here first. Take that as planet formation if you want it, take it as creation, however you believe it, but that mineral world was here first, this world that we walk on. After that followed the plant world. All those plants grow, the simple ones, the grasses, the more complex ones. Following that was that animal world, the swimmers, the crawlers, the flyers, the great reptiles, those thunder lizards, we heard them called at once upon a time, and all the things that led up to the future. Along that timeline, near the end, we were the last thing to be put on this planet, the very last thing. Everything was here, running, working, and beautiful. We were the two-leggeds were the last ones to be put on the planet. That's awesome. That's also a big responsibility. And there's something about that animal world, the song that we all sing as people, the song that the tree sings, the bear sings its song, you know, the eagle sings its song, the chickadee has a song that it sings, the deer sing a song. They're all singing the song they're supposed to be. And by that I mean they each fulfill what they're supposed to do in this world. They don't interfere with the rest of the planet. As two-leggeds, we're given a choice. We don't balance very well. Four-leggeds, they handle really well. They're very stable. But two-leggeds, we can sway all over the place. And it's part of a teaching that reminds us that we have choice. We can do different things. We can walk different ways. We can be different. That tree is going to keep being a tree as long as it can, until two-leggeds interfere with it. The weather will be what it is. It will sing its song until two-leggeds interfere with that. So we have a choice to interfere in a good way, or not to interfere at all, or just to help things be what they should be. That sun is still going to follow its path across the sky every single day and remind us that we have a responsibility as people to get up and walk the way we should walk. That is to shed life, bring warmth, bring life to everything around us. I call myself Indigenous, but I also call myself with 3 DNAs. I try to balance all that. And the reason I use the word Indigenous at my office at the campus at the university, it says Indigenous Center. You know why? Because everyone is Indigenous to somewhere. That takes on the entire group of people here and everybody on this planet. We're all Indigenous. That means we all have that responsibility. We all share that responsibility. There's an awesome sign right here. It says, from turtle angling to Bangladesh, we demand climate justice. Yes. You know what the biggest crime on this planet is? The biggest crime? It's a crime against environment. A crime against environment is a crime against humanity. So there's so many things that we can decide, but let us decide to walk in a good way. Let us decide to walk with each other. And part of that idea of being Indigenous, being somebody here to welcome people, is says, I have a responsibility to walk in a good way, to respect everyone who is already here for how they walk, how they talk, how they speak, how they dress, how they carry on relationships, how they pray, how they sing. And that responsibility is due back to each and every person beside you. So take that time while we walk today to recognize that each step you take is a step forward. We need to do that. We need to be responsible for what we've been given, this gift of this planet. It's a huge gift. And it shows on each and every one of us how we treat it. And I respect that each and every one of us is walking around with petroleum byproducts, we're wearing clothing. Each and everything we need comes from this earth, from Mother Earth, that we need to respect and take time to think how much we take from Earth and to recognize how much we need to give back. It's time to start giving back. That's my words. Miigwech, thank you.